everyone. This is Shamonica Wiggins here with the Sickle Cell Community Consortium, and I'm so excited to be back for Community Conversations. And I'm excited for our guest today. I have Brenda Green joining me from the Be Strong group. So for anyone who's new to Community Conversations, it is our weekly chat where we chat with a partner from the consortium and we talk with them about what all their organization is doing for the community, how their partnership with the consortium has benefited them, and a few other, conversational topics to make it a fun and engaging interview. So, for anyone who hasn't joined us before, I'm happy that you are joining us. And for everyone who has joined in the past, welcome back. We are excited to get this up and going again, especially since convention is right around the corner and we have other things planned. So it's just a great time to get started and start talking to our partners again and engaging with everyone on social media. So, hey, everybody. If you've tuned in, go ahead, as usual, share the video, like the video, tell people to come tune in and catch this week's community conversations with our host. I'm the host, but with our guest, Brenda Green from the Be Strong group. Hey, Brenda.
Hey, Shamonica, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you again. It was even better meeting you in person finally,
Absolutely.
But I'm so happy to have you with us today.
I am excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. So for everyone who's not familiar with the Be Strong group, could you give us just like a short overview of what the Be Strong group is, what do y'all do, and why the Be Strong group is an organization today?
Okay, I'll try short. Those who know me.
Well, it don't have to be super short, but just an overview.
Yes. Okay. So I'm Brenda Green. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. My husband and I actually started the Be Strong group in 2017. We started it in honor of our son, Braden, who has sickle cell hemoglobin SC disease. Um, when he was diagnosed at birth, I was shocked because I didn't know my husband had the trait. I didn't know I had an abnormal hemoglobin C. And so it was truly, truly a life-changing moment. We wanted to learn as much as we could. And then realizing how much we didn't know. And then talking to people in the community and realizing, our community didn't know a lot about sickle cell disease either. And so eventually, as time went along, initially I had that parent guilt as if I gave the worst of myself to my son. So I kept our story a secret for a while. And eventually, once I started talking and then sharing with other families, I realized that our story is powerful and our warrior stories are powerful and impactful, and that, we can do our part in spreading awareness and amplifying those voices in our community. So that's what we did. We started the Be Strong group. I was intimidated at the process at first, but once it was done, and we are a 501c3 organization, and we're here to do in our area. We host several annual events, a couple of annual events every year. In March, Braden's birthday month, we do the birthday bash and blood drive, and in August we host a cycle for sickle cell and blood drive in my hometown, Eastover, South Carolina. And throughout the year, we also host blood drives. As you know, in the sickle cell community, because there isn't a cure that's safe for everybody with sickle cell disease, blood transfusions and exchanges are important means of treatment. We experienced it firsthand when Braden was diagnosed with acute chest syndrome. And he received a life-saving transfusion. And that event was like the first time in 2015 that I had to pray to God. I said, Lord, is this going to take my son? And so just seeing, that blood flow into his body and shortly getting life back in him, we were committed from that day on to encourage everybody we met to become blood donors. So that's a part of our mission and spreading awareness and spreading importance. And we stay busy. We stay busy.
Yeah,
Our purpose.
y'all do stay busy and especially doing great work. And I'm glad you talked about the blood drives because I know just from the work I do at the consortium that that is something that the Be Strong group is very passionate about. And I know other people in the consortium, and not in the consortium, but in the community, would like to host blood drives, but feel that they always have a hard time getting people to actually show up. So, what are some ways? Because y'all blood drives seem to usually be successful. What are some ways that y'all have used to get to draw in the crowd? Because I know y'all just did one for World Sickle Cell Day. So, what are some ways that y'all? What are ways y'all draw in the donors and the people to actually donate?
That's a great question because I was intimidated by that as well. But our nonprofit partner with the American Red Cross, and we have a dedicated sickle cell account manager. So the Red Cross has an initiative for sickle cell disease. So all of the learning material, all of the support, education that we need, we get that support from the Red Cross. Now, getting our people out there, that's another on its own, but we made it personal. We put a face with the need. We shared our story about Braden. And I don't know, I know some people were like, every time you share that story, you cry because every time I recall that event, it takes me there. And
Yeah.
anybody would not remember a point when you were just praying for your child to live. And we put a face on it, introduce other people in the community who need blood on a regular basis, because there are some warriors who need blood regularly
Yeah.
every month, just to live. So that's the most important thing. Put a face on the need and let people know it's real.
I think that's a great idea, and I don't think I personally have ever thought of that. But putting a face to the donation is great, especially to draw it. I'm sorry if y'all hear my baby. I can't tell if y'all can because I have my earphones in, but he's doing what 10-month-olds do. But
Absolutely.
I was saying, it's important locally if you can. It seemed like it would be great if you can attach local faces to your local blood drive because then they know that their donation is helping their direct community. And I think that's something we as the consortium can share with partners because that is a question we get a lot. How do we have a successful blood drive?
Yeah.
Because, like you just said, it's very needed in our community. There are patients who do blood exchanges, and then there are patients who, like your son, it's life or death that they receive that blood. And like you said, we need our people, meaning Black people, people of color, because for those of you who do not know, blood is better if it is received by people of the same ethnic background. It's an
Right.
easier match. And although sickle cell is not just a Black illness, it is a predominantly Black illness. So we need more of our Black and brown people out there donating blood. Um, so when you were sharing your story about the Be Strong group and why y'all are the Be Strong group today, you mentioned something about parent guilt. And I think that's something that just about every parent of a child with sickle cell has faced. And I don't know if it go away, but other than starting this organization, what are some ways that you were able as a caregiver to overcome that guilt? Because you didn't do this on purpose. It's not like you wanted this for your son. So what are some other ways that you can share for that you overcame it?
Oh, that's such a good question. I am blessed because I have a huge village. Okay. My dad isn't just my dad, he's my pastor. So
Okay.
I can either go to daddy, or if he knows I need the encouragement, he speaks to me as my pastor and give me that spiritual motivation as well. So one thing, and I hope you don't mind me sharing the story, but one thing he shared with me, that saying that God never puts more on you than you can handle. Well,
Yeah.
the way he explained it is that we are equipped with the tools that we need to get through situation. Doesn't mean we're not going to go through bad things. We are, and hard things, but we have to realize the tools that we have around us that God has put in our place to be able to get through. So that tool or that help can come from a text from a friend. Hey, how you doing? You want to go to lunch? Or your dad calling, hey, I love you. Or it could come from, just somebody calling or dropping by or things like that. So I had to recognize all of the different tools that were surrounding me and given to me, and accept it, and accept the fact that, okay, that woe is me mentality was not helping my baby. It was not helping him to get through what he needed to get through. So I had to tighten up, educate myself, and just stay encouraged. And I mean, I'm inspired just by him. I'm motivated by him alone. So those are some of the ways that I use to get through that, get over. It never goes away because it comes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it goes away. I'm 33 and my mom still deals with it at times. So that's why I say I don't think it goes away for parents, but there are ways to overcome it, and not let it get you down. And I think it is great that people who are blessed with a village, you should definitely use your village, and
Mhm.
also accept help. Some caregivers think that they don't want to burden other people, but if there are people around you offering help or simply checking on you, and if someone checks on you, my advice is to tell them how you really feel and
Right.
not say the infamous "I'm okay," because
Okay. Yeah, that's me. That was
even we as sickle cell warriors, we do the same thing. So I feel like that's advice that can both caregivers can use and sickle cell warriors, because I don't think I have any guilt by being born with sickle cell, but it does, it's not easy. And a lot of times, warriors and our caregivers were quick to say, oh, we're okay, we're all right, we got everything, when in all actuality, we don't. So we should be more open to receiving that help.
right.
Um, Speaking of help, other than blood drives, is there any other things that the Be Strong group provides to the community or to people living with sickle cell?
Absolutely. So because we live that life and kind of walk that sickle cell journey, we know what it's like. I recall, especially when Braden was younger, the many hospitalizations. And a lot of times if there was pain, if he wasn't feeling well, he didn't like the stickies. But boy, there was this organization that would come around called Happy Wheels, and they would roll that cart and his face would light up, and he would get a teddy bear every time or some type of stuffed animal. But just to witness that moment of happiness on him and that moment of comfort just by that toy or someone giving, I was like, we want to do that. So what we do as an organization, we make it a point every quarter, we make a donation to our sickle cell clinic at the Children's Hospital. Is in the Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders at our Children's Hospital. We make donations there. Toys for the toy chest. We do Gatorade, water. Before COVID, we were doing meals. Like we'll just pick a day and we'll serve breakfast and lunch to the staff and all the families that's in the clinic that particular day, and then relieve child life and do some arts and crafts. So those are things we try to do quarterly, and we do that for the adult sickle cell clinic as well. Um, Gatorade, water, earbuds, tissue, anything like that that can make their stay at the clinic when they're getting infusions or pain medicine easy. So we try to do that once per quarter. Anytime there's a community event and we're invited, we partner with the local Richland County Recreation Commission, and we attend those community events and spread awareness. Um, During COVID, we received a grant where we were able to send families who informed us they were in need COVID relief packages. That's what we called it, with masks. My mom made a lot of masks, hand sanitizer, Lysol, uh, disinfectant wipes, things like that. We provided to the family. And even now, right now, we were awarded a grant to where we can provide our caregivers, and these are moms, dads, spouses, adult children of sickle cell warriors, um, a series of workshops so that we can be equipped. I'm a participant too, because I'm learning. We can be equipped with the tools we need to be even stronger advocates. So those are some of the things that we're doing within our community here in South Carolina.
I'm glad you mentioned the adult clinic as well because being a kid in the hospital, they have all that stuff, like you said, Happy Wheels. They had a cart like that when I was in the hospital that they would roll by and you can pick something off of it.
Mhm.
And I was more into the crafts. I always picked
Oh,
something that was hands on and, like you said, childlike. But when you become an adult, that kind of stuff disappears. So I'm happy to hear that your the Be Strong group also thinks about us older warriors because um, the need doesn't go away just because
no.
we're adults. So I'm that's like that make me happy to hear. And with the workshops that you all receive the grant for, will that only be open to people local to you, or is it something that people outside of your state can participate in as well?
Well, we wrote it for our caregivers in South Carolina so that we can
Okay.
create a community of camaraderie. But we do have some spaces where we can open it up to those outside. So if anybody's interested, they can reach out to us. But we're so excited of the this. We just held our first one, so we're still taking participants, and we had someone from the local children's clinic, the social worker there, a nurse at the adult clinic to talk about services. And we had a Deneen Green Rivers, who's a global patient advocate, and she's local as well, to speak to our caregivers too. And she talked about superpowers. And she
Yeah.
labeled our superpowers as caregivers and let us know how important our role is as a caregiver and as an advocate. So, and we're excited about the future topics, and we're looking for it to be an ongoing thing, annual thing, to kind of
Okay.
keep us keep us educated.
Yeah. It keeps us educated and it keeps you busy.
Yeah, but it's a good business.
But
I love this business.
that's an amazing I lost my train of what word I wanted to use, but I think that's very needed, especially for caregivers, because it goes back to what you said. Sometimes being a caregiver, well, you didn't say it, I'm kind of summarizing, but sometimes being a caregiver, just from me seeing my mom, it can feel isolating and you can feel like no one understands what you're going through. So I know that that has to be a big help because um, caregivers do have superpowers. Patients, we wouldn't be able to survive without the caregivers in our lives, and so I'm happy to hear about that. And I know I'm not in South Carolina, but if you ever need a speaker or anything, I would happily be willing to
Oh,
help you out. Um,
that
when yeah, when I heard your presentation during, believe it was our leadership summit where we had partners present on the things that they've done. I was so impressed. That's why I couldn't wait to ask you to be on community conversations because I feel like the work that you do should be shared outside of just our partners, because I feel that you're doing great work and I was like really impressed and like was happy to hear about everything the Be Strong group was doing or is planning on doing. So when I met you in Florida, I didn't lose the opportunity to say, hey, I have you in mind for this. So I'm just so glad that it's happening now and that you were able to make time for us. I really appreciate that. And before we move on to like some fun questions, I would like to know, like, what are some ways that you feel that you've benefited from being a partner with the Sickle Cell Community Consortium?
Oh my God. First of all, by being a partner of the consortium, I've met so many amazing people, including yourself, warriors, caregivers, physicians. I mean, it's connected me to so many people where, like you mentioned, you're right. Sometimes as caregivers, we feel so isolated, even with a big village, because sometimes if somebody really don't know what goes on, after we're home alone and he might wake up with pain or sick and we're up all night, a lot of people don't really know those part of it, but those who are caregivers of warriors um, do know that and understand it. So I've been able to connect with so many people, learning. I've learned so much through all the conventions and the summits, and being able to participate and open up to share our story and share what we do. Um, it's just been amazing being a partner and the resources. I mean, even with collab, you all helped me with this caregivers workshop, and providing resources to the participants. So it's being a part of this of the consortium. It's a group of us who are trying to help each other and try to um, sound the alarm on sickle cell disease and spreading awareness. So it's such a blessing to be a part of this organization, to be a partner. So it's definitely uh, something I do not regret at all, that I'm blessed for.
Well, that makes us happy, and we are in turn blessed as well when we have amazing organizations such as the Be Strong Group partner with us, because um, for there to be real change in the sickle cell community and for people living with sickle cell, we all need to, be together as one. And so we're happy that you feel that it's been a blessing and that you benefited from it. Will you be a vendor? Will you have a vendor booth at our upcoming convention?
Yes, I will have a vendor booth. We're all registered, my whole family, and a lot of our caregivers are registered. So we're excited. Can I give a shout out though? It's not just me. You all see me as the Be Strong Group, but I am so blessed to have supporters like my board of directors that help. A lot of them are family, and then some friends and professionals in the community. Angie, Beverly, Tommy, thank you. My parents are very supportive as well. Brianna, Ebony, and then my husband. He does a lot of behind the scenes things and to make this possible. So all I have to do is focus on, just doing, spreading awareness about what we're doing. And he does handle a lot of the behind the scenes, even when caring for Braden. So all I have to worry about is making sure Braden's okay and he has the rest. So I wanted to give that shout out.
Well, shout out to all of them. I'm glad personally, I'm glad that you have the amazing support system that you have. I wish that was something that all warriors have. Somebody said, well, Brittany Wright said, I'm looking forward to getting involved with local sickle cell organizations. I am in Charleston, South Carolina. Is that close to you?
It's not too far. It's a couple of hours. Hey, Brittany, reach out to us on the Be Strong Group Facebook page, and definitely we'll connect. I know some people in that area. There are organizations there as well, and you definitely can be connected with ours. So, hey, Brittany, thank you for listening.
Okay, Brittany, I hope you heard that. She said connect with them on the Be Strong Group Facebook, and it is the letter B, no E in it, Strong Group, and it should pop right up.
Yep.
So now it's time for some of the fun questions that we like to do with our guest on here, and it's you. It's I don't know the correct name for it, but I'm just gonna shoot off a list of questions, and you just answer with like the fastest answer or the answer that first come to your mind.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, it's nothing like embarrassing or nothing, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
What is your favorite drink?
Coffee.
Coffee. So do you like, this is not a question, do you like it black or do you get the cream and sugar?
Just cream. My coffee with cream
Okay, okay.
back on the sugar.
When do you feel like you're most productive, day or night?
Day. I go to bed. I go to sleep.
See, I'm kind of the opposite because I find that the nighttime is the only time people don't need me in my household. Which do you prefer, summer or winter?
Summer, I can't stand being cold.
I'm right there with you. I even though it's really hot in Texas, I'll take that any day over the winter because I hate it.
Me too.
Um, what's something new happening in your life right now?
Oh, oh Lord. What's something new happening in my life right now? Oh, isn't that sad? What's something? Oh, well, we just moved to a new house.
Oh, that's exciting. That's
We're still
exciting.
moving, so yeah, it's an ongoing process.
I recently moved too, and I'm not even fully unpacked. So yeah.
Boxes.
Um, yeah. What's your favorite number and why?
Oh, 5. Grace. That's the me.
Okay,
That's
five
the me. Yeah.
and Grace.
Yes.
What's your favorite cake flavor?
Uh, chocolate. Chocolate
You would get
over
you would
chocolate.
get along great with Rory, my daughter, because she is a chocolate fiend.
Chocolate on.
um, what were you saying?
Oh no, chocolate on chocolate. Chocolate icing with or chocolate
Yeah,
mousse with chocolate cake.
yeah, that's my daughter. And I don't know where she got that from because I personally do not like chocolate, but my daughter loves it. So how does Brenda start her day?
Coffee. But I'm the first, I'm the first one up in the home. I'm the early bird. So, and I'm usually, now that I'm going back into the office, I have my time where it's just me and I grab my coffee before I leave and go to the office. But yeah, I wake up, I just reflect. I wake up, say, thank you, Jesus. And I reflect, just take my time and ease onto my day.
Yeah, so kind of like ease your way into the day like a startup. Like this
Yeah.
is the startup process to the day. Like starting up a computer, it take a little time.
That's me. Got ease. No harsh conversations. No loud noises. Just ease onto the day. And then I'm
Yeah. Okay, I got like two more questions for
oh,
you. Cats or dogs?
um, if I have to choose, dogs.
You could be, let's say you might be a neither person.
I really neither, but I'm an auntie to Bella. Hey Bella.
I
Dog.
have, we have a dog as well, but I want a cat. Me and Rory want a cat, but everybody else doesn't want a cat. So, I think I am going to, okay, this is going to be my last question of this. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would that be?
Oh wow. Ooh. Oh wow. It has to be somebody's island.
Right.
With water. I love the sound of water, beach, ocean. Yeah, it has to be an island. And I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the island, but a nice
I
island
agree with you.
in the southern hemisphere.
With nice weather, because the weather is typically nice in those kind of places. You don't have to worry about winter.
Right.
Um, but Brenda, I'm so glad you were able to join us. I'm so glad that you were able to share the Be Strong platform again on the community conversations with the consortium. We are so happy to have you as a partner, and we're proud of all the work you do. And we're glad that your family will be joining us at the convention.
Yes.
And speaking of convention, everyone, our ninth annual Warriors Convention is July 20th through the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't, go ahead and register now. Registration is open. We have scholarships available.
Mm-hmm.
Brenda has scholarships that she can give out to her local community, just like all of our other partnered CBOs. And if for some reason there's not a CBO in your area, you can get a scholarship directly from us. So, Brenda, if you need to, you can hop off or you can stay on while I share a few consortium announcements. So, that's up to you. If
Oh,
you want to hang out with us, or I know you have a busy life. So, whichever is best for you.
I'm going to hop off, but thank you for having me. I appreciate you all, and thank you all for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Brenda, and everybody will be looking forward to seeing Brenda at the Warriors Convention. Bye, Brenda. Okay, so for everyone who's still here, as I said, I'm going to share some consortium news, and really what I'm going to share is about convention. As I mentioned, we have our ninth annual Warriors Convention coming up, something that we are so excited about. We are virtual again this year. So please, register. I know a lot of people are over the virtual stuff, but I promise this year is our last year being solely virtual. So please join us. The theme for this year is the Warrior Reset. And when you see that, you probably wonder, what does that even mean? Well, it means taking our health into our hands and resetting ourselves to being warriors, where we are doing more than just taking our medication and that's it. There are so many other ways to add to your health and to become a healthier version of you. So we are going to focus on the mind, body, and spirit this year as we present the Warrior Reset. And we're going to have a lot of fun, hands-on workshops and demonstrations. One of the things I'm really looking forward to is the gardening. We're gardening for your health, where you grow specific herbs and vegetables that can benefit your health. And we're going to have some smoothie demonstrations, because smoothies are a great way to pack in nutrients into your diet, and it's tasty. So it's an easy way to get tasty nutrients into your body that can then improve your health. And we're going to, of course, have some education as always. But this year we want to get more hands on and get our minds working with tinkering with things and thinking of different ways of doing things. We're going to focus a lot on different distraction therapies. So we're going to have painting again. We're going to have gaming again. We're going to have the makeup again. All of these proven ways of distraction therapy. As kids, as Brenda shared, and when we were children, we had the child life and we can go and play. And that wasn't there just because it's boring in the hospital. That's because doctors and hospitals know if you distract your patient from the pain or what they're going through, it can in turn help them. Some distraction therapy techniques. We'll be sharing some exercises that we can do. We'll be sharing labs mean, how to really read your labs. Um, That's another big thing that's in my head. Oh, building your own toolkit. That is something we're also doing. So when you register, you'll see it. And we have items that you can add to begin your health toolkit. And in it, you can choose to put a blood pressure monitor, a pulse ox, uh, a blanket, a thermometer, a pill case, like things that you might need to have you be a better prepared patient at home. A water bottle, because we know that hydration is always important for people living with sickle cell. So if you have not, please register for the ninth annual Warriors Convention. This is open to warriors and caregivers and families and friends of people with sickle cell in the US and internationally. So we welcome all of our viewers, all of our supporters to please come join us. Again, that is July 20th through the 24th. If you've been there before, you know that I usually host, oh, that's the link, sicklecellconvention.org/register, well, /register. That is the link that will take you directly to registration. Um, as I was saying, if you've attended before, ladies, you know that I usually host um, Warriors After Dark, the Ladies Pajama Jam. We are doing that again, and I'll be your lovely host again for that. We'll also have a men's After Dark. So, fellas, you're not alone. You'll have time for you all to join as just men and discuss men related issues as we as women discuss women related issues. Our youth, we have the children's track again, and that will be mainly just for kids or youth. They don't like our SC3 next gen. They don't like when we call them kids because a lot of them has grown up with us. So I'm gonna say youth. But we have the track just for them. So if you have a child with sickle cell or you are a parent with sickle cell and have children and you need them to better understand sickle cell, this is what we have planned for them. And my daughter, she has been attending the convention since I'm gonna say 2016 or 17, and she refuses to miss it. And she's actually invited her best friend to participate this year. So we even have our kids recruiting people because that's how much they like this. Because it's for them, it's meant for them, and they truly learn, and they learn from seasoned educators who are used to working with children. And we're not just grabbing some random person to teach our children, just like we don't grab random people to teach the adults that attend these events. So please, is the convention free? So the convention, if you have sickle cell, we offer a $25 scholarship rate to register, and that'll get you your registration kit, a t-shirt, everything. But if for some reason $25 is too much for you, we do offer scholarships for anyone who is in need of a scholarship. We ask that you email Miss Maria Rivera at mrivera@sicklecellconsortium.com. Hopefully that graphic will be on screen again with all of the information about scholarships. Here we go. So if this graphic on the screen has the information on how to get a scholarship, but it's only $25 to attend. And our registration kits that we send out are amazing. Aside from having a shirt in it, it has that medical toolkit where you can pick 3 items to go into it. It's like so much stuff that comes in it. I wish I had it, but I don't have it yet. But you will get your $25 worth and then some. We also provide lunch lunch cards for everybody so you can eat lunch every day. So it's well worth the $25. But again, if you just simply can't afford the $25, we do have scholarships available. So what is other news? Trying to make sure I did not forget anything. This is the men's track. So with every convention, we've started this. I forgot the exact year that we started having these specific tracks, but every year we have a men's track, a children's track, a young adult track, and a sickle cell trait track. And each track will deliver track specific education and information for the targeted audience of each track. And everyone loves that we do this because it gives you a chance to learn about different things. For our young adults, we have our new General Assembly President, Mia Robinson. She is the coordinator of the young adults track. I was the coordinator in previous years. And so if you are between the ages, I believe 16 The ages aren't on there, but I think it's 16 to 23. I could be wrong, but I think those are the ages. If you have a warrior in those ages, they really don't want to miss this. We share financial literacy. We have a transition discussion. We share ways to cope with stress. It's amazing for our young adults, and they usually love it. It's very beneficial. Again, the men love it because they have a safe space to talk about issues that only men can talk about. And the trait track, people walk away learning so much about sickle cell trait because, contrary to popular belief, you can have health issues associated with sickle cell trait. And Dr. Tamia Austin of the Alice One Foundation is the coordinator of that track, and the information she shares is just amazing. You don't want to miss it. So July 20th through the 24th on Hoover, we're having our 9th annual Warriors Convention, and we are presenting you all with the Warrior Reset, taking back our mind, body, and spirit. We can't wait for you all to enjoy and experience this convention. A lot of hard work is going into it, and we just can't wait. And also, we are open vendors. If you are a partner of the Sickle Cell Community Consortium, you can be a vendor for free. And I bet you're thinking, it's a virtual event. How do you be a vendor at a virtual event? Well, what we do is give you your own virtual booth, and people can come into your booth virtually and visit with you, and you can present stuff about your brand or your organization. You can sell items, you can have giveaways. And if you aren't a sickle cell warrior, this is the information that you use to sign up to be a vendor. Same website, and it'll share all the ways that you can become a vendor or exhibit at our convention. This is a great tool to get your brand in front of new eyes, to get your organization in front of new eyes. So please take advantage of this opportunity. And yeah, so come vendor with us, come register with us, come attend. We're looking forward to it. So that, I believe, is everything that I have to share. Side note, this is something personal. As I said, I'm the social media manager, and I currently have an amazing intern, Logan, but Logan is leaving me soon. And so we need new interns. That means we are hiring. So if you are interested in being a social media intern, email me at swiggins@sicklecellconsortium.com. And maybe you don't want to be an intern, but you would like to help out some kind of way. Well, we do need a street team for the convention, and we call it a street team. It is still virtual, and if you are looking for a way to volunteer and help out, the street team is a perfect way. What you would be doing is helping promote the convention on your personal pages. And oh, that's my email on screen. So street team and interns, email me if you are interested. Street team, you will be volunteering to help promote the convention, and also attend the convention and capture good moments and share those moments. It's more details to it. If you want more details, just email me and I can share all of it in further detail. But we are in need of interns, and we are in need of a street team and volunteers, period. Say you want to be an ongoing volunteer, that's the consortium can always use volunteers, and you do not have to have sickle cell to be an intern, to be on street team, to volunteer. Sickle cell is not a requirement, but it does not disqualify you as well. And again, like I said, this year with the Warrior Reset, we want to take our health into our own hands. Last year, we had the community conversations where the warriors or caregivers led the conversations, and we had a doctor or someone there to make sure that we were sharing accurate information. This year, we mainly want our warriors, or the people directly in the community, delivering this information. So if you would like to be a panelist or a speaker, there's still opportunities for that. One very popular panel that I still need people for is the pregnancy and parenting panel. So if you're a warrior who's had children or going through pregnancy, or you're a parent and you feel that you have lived a life and experienced things that where you feel like you could help someone else by sharing things you know, then you're the perfect person that we want to be on a panel or be a speaker. Or are you a warrior with a really healthy diet and you've changed your diet to improve your health and you've seen those improvements? We're asking people to submit recipes to share and also maybe do a demonstration. So our healthy warriors hit us up, our parents hit us up, our men hit us up, people who have successfully transitioned that has a great story to share or tips to share, hit us up. This is a convention that is for the community, by the community, and we want to include as much of the community as possible in our planned program. So hit us up. That's my email. Even if it's not something directly for me, I can get you to the right people. So again, hit us up. But I feel like I've shared everything, and I'm so excited about the convention. I'm also excited that Community Conversations are returning. So make sure you tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for these conversations. And yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, thank you, Brenda, for being our guest. Thank you for everyone who shared some comments and asked questions. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to chat with you all next week. Before we head off, that is the link to register for the convention, which is July 20th through the 24th. So please, please come and be prepared to experience the Warrior Reset. So yeah, this is Shamonica Wiggins, and this has been your weekly conversations with the community. Thank you, Ryan. You have a great day too.